You know that person at the funeral who can't stop smiling? Everyone's crying, and they're fighting back this horrifying urge to laugh. The harder they try to stop, the worse it gets. While everyone thinks they're cold-hearted, their brain is screaming for an exit it can't find. Here's what nobody tells you. That person isn't heartless. They're drowning. Picture yourself in the worst meeting of your life. Your boss just delivered the news. The project failed. The room falls silent. And then you feel it. That absolutely insane tickle rising in your chest. Your brain knows this is the worst possible moment, which somehow makes the urge even stronger. You're biting your tongue, and everyone's staring. That gap between what you're feeling inside and what's exploding out, that's your nervous system short-circuiting. Back in the 1960s, a social psychologist, Stanley Milgram, ran an experiment that still haunts researchers. He told ordinary people to deliver electric shocks to strangers. The shocks weren't real, but the participants didn't know that. Two-thirds of them laughed while doing it, not because they enjoyed inflicting pain, but because their brains literally couldn't process the moral weight. They were laughing and sobbing at the same time, bodies in complete emotional chaos. When someone laughs at terrible news, their brain isn't being cruel. It's in survival mode, lying to itself to stay functional. The neuroscientist discovered something wild. 80% of laughter has nothing to do with humor. It's your body's panic button disguised as joy. Psychologists call this incongruous emotion, when your external reaction completely contradicts your internal experience. You're fully aware it's happening, you know it's wrong, you're horrified, yet you're just a passenger in your own body, watching yourself betray everything you actually feel. There is a study about dimorphous expressions, moments when you express the exact opposite of what you're feeling. Crying at weddings, laughing at funerals. These aren't system malfunctions, they're emergency protocols. When an emotion becomes too intense, your nervous system floods and triggers the opposite response to drag you back from the edge. People who laugh during serious moments aren't feeling nothing. They're feeling everything all at once. Their system is drowning in cortisol and adrenaline. The laughter isn't joy, it's a lifeboat. But what saves you emotionally destroys something else entirely: trust. When you laugh during someone's grief, they don't see a nervous system in distress, they see mockery. Nervous laughter actually signals to others to calm down, but that's not how people interpret it. They think you're laughing at their pain. Your relationships fracture, and you can't explain it. Research shows nervous laughers report crushing shame afterward. They knew it was inappropriate. They tried to stop. They failed. Now they're carrying both the original trauma and this new horror of having looked like a sociopath. Your body has emotional homeostasis, the need to maintain balance. Nervous laughter reduces cortisol by 39% and drops your heart rate. Your body gets genuine relief. But the social damage? That lasts forever. What's even more devastating is that people who laugh the most are often feeling the deepest pain. That friend who cracks jokes when things get heavy, they're not emotionally shallow, they're emotionally flooded. The laughter keeps them from going under. Nervous laughter can become your default response. What starts as an emergency override becomes automatic. Over time, you lose the ability to sit with difficult emotions. When you laugh through everything, you can't process anything real, which creates a brutal paradox. The very thing that protects you from overwhelming emotion in the moment prevents you from building resilience long-term. You never learn to hold heavy feelings because every time they surface, you're laughing them back into silence. But maybe we're looking at this wrong. Maybe people who laugh at funerals are the most honest ones there. They're not performing grief for an audience. They're just reacting, raw, messy, involuntarily human. The real problem isn't the laughter, It's that we decided there's a correct way to feel. When someone falls outside those boundaries, we don't see difference, we see defect. Nobody has perfect emotional control. We're just responding with whatever tools our nervous system provides. For some, that's tears. For others, silence. And for some, it's laughter that feels absolutely involuntary. The nervous laughers are often the most sensitive people in the room. So overwhelmed, they need an immediate pressure release just to keep functioning. Their laughter isn't mockery, it's a mayday signal, a biological scream for help wearing the mask of joy. So, next time you see someone laughing at the worst possible moment, remember, they're not enjoying it, they're surviving it. Because nervous laughter is just one of dozens of ways your body betrays you under pressure. Your nervous system has 1,000 involuntary tells, most of them making you look exactly like the person you're desperately trying not to be. Which leaves us with one haunting question. If your body is constantly sabotaging your intentions, who's really in control? If you enjoyed today's video, I'd appreciate it if you could hit that like button and subscribe. We'll be exploring more psychology behind behaviors like this one. See you in the next video.